Learn new skills or learn employable skills. Do both and achieve more. Become an apprentice, a genius decision. Eisiau dysgu sgiliau newydd? Neu ddysgu sgiliau cyflogadwy? Gwna'r ddau a chyflawni mwy. Bydd yn brentis, dewis doeth. Learn new skills or learn employable skills. Do both and achieve more. Become an apprentice, a genius decision.
Welsh Esports League by EsportsWales, presented by Welsh Apprentices. We're here for the 6th week of competition in total, but the 2nd week here for Rocket League, which is, of course, the best game on offer. I think everybody here can agree on that. Dane here with Ped alongside. Rohan's up in the production trailer, way up high in the skybox. But we've got 2 best-of-5 matches coming up in the group stage, and 2 pretty good teams coming up first. We've got Goats, and they are going up against the Pirates. Bit of a different start to the campaigns for each of them last week, so I'll throw over to Ped. Goats taking a 3-0, a complete sweep in their first match, but then second match didn't quite go to plan because it went the exact opposite way against the Puffins.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. The Goats springs a bell. I'm not too sure if we covered that one, or we covered any of those matches. But no, yeah. I think it was the team that I definitely seen last week, the Goats. So it just shows the disparity between the different teams. I think so. Obviously, if they've managed to pull off a sweep and get swept, obviously they might have had a bad game. There might have been a big difference between them and the opponent they played in the second game than they did in the first. Those are factors that can come in part to it. But I guess now at least they've won the first game 3-0, so they know they can do it. The second game they'll just have to wipe underneath the carpet. And it'll make today interesting for them. It'll finally see where they are leveled compared to the other great teams in this league.
Exactly, and then we've got the Pirates. They unfortunately went 2-0 in the first week, so they are right at the bottom of the standings. They're hoping to actually get their sort of season underway. They got swept in their first series, and then they only could manage one game against the Dragons in a 3-1 loss there as well. So they're going to be trying to get something on the board at least heading into this week. They're up against the Goats, and then later on we've got Artists versus Robins. I think we saw the Artists last week. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong on that, but they've had also a bit of an up and down season 2. We're just waiting to get started here for this match. We have got a lot of players ready in the lobby, but not quite everybody, I believe. So we're still waiting on a couple of players to get us kicked off at Manfield Night. But last week, Fed, we saw a lot of good action. Hopefully we'll see the same today.
Yeah, I think that's what we're hoping for. There's a lot of good goals. Obviously, we got to see the team of Horror, Foxy, and Tadpole playing alongside each other with, obviously, now this is where the name is going to hit me in the head here. I should know this. I do know. Oh, Marvels. There we go. Marvels in the third position for that team. Really, really good team, actually. I think we were impressed. Obviously, they got the sweep towards the end of the last game. So that is the type of play that we're expecting to see quite consistently throughout this league, and I'm hoping to see it again today. Last week was 2 sweeps. This week might be the same, might be a little bit different. We never know. We can only see as soon as we get into it. But 2 teams here both need to prove themselves after week 1. One of them being uncertain where they stand, and the other one definitely being towards the bottom. So I think, I'm excited. I'm always excited to see this, and it looks like the last team have finally just joined Pluvo v Hugh and Pushka. So hopefully we can get right into the games.
Yep, looks like the players are all readying up. And that was a bit of a mispress, I think.
False start.
Yeah, false start. We'll see when we can actually get the players into the lobby. Just got to wait for confirmation from both teams that they are actually both ready. So far, everybody in the lobby, nobody's saying we're actually ready. So if the players are watching this, as much as obviously we love having our beautiful faces on camera, we'd much rather be watching some Rocket League. So let's try and get this on the road. Like I said earlier, best of 5, so first to 3 games. Are we going to get 3 games? Are we going to get 5 games? Looking for a prediction here. Ped, what do you think?
Okay, well, I am going to have to back the Goats today, and I'm saying they're going to win it in 3.
Oh, wow. A sweep, another one. So they've been swept, and they've swept. But I'm going to go a similar way. I reckon 3-1, I would say. Let's go for 3-1. Just because I feel like the Pirates have something to prove here. But the Goats, having already taken a complete sweep, I feel like they're going to have a bit of a better time here. Having a discussion in the text channels right now, trying to figure out what's going on. I feel like we're very close to getting started here. It looks like we are ready.
Yeah.
Right. They've got the Twitch link. That's all they needed. Yeah. So now we can get
the handle is there. Handle has been given and we can join the game. It looks like we are about to get ready. 6 players are now sat on the field of DFH Stadium. And we are ready to begin this matchup. I'm hoping for a sweep for my respective team, just for my own credibility. But I would love to see a great matchup nevertheless as the game is kicked off. And it's going to be taken very, very pacily here by Zerg, looking to put the ball towards net. Pascal's up there with a fast challenge. Here comes Blade Runner to try and put the ball centre, but it will be Book to get the clear. He gets a second touch too. Good mechanics so far to take it past the entire defence, but Zerg will be able to sweep that one up at the back. Pascal gets a shot off though, and it looks in the corner. Hazard able to get himself across and save it. Book though, again, putting more pressure on the net. Zerg pushes a 50, just puts it wide with that 50 as well, but it gives Book time to build an attack. Although He just leaves the ball, and Zeg's able to take it. Maybe just didn't fall very nicely to him there. And no real challenges at the moment in the first 40 seconds, and we're still sat equal at 0-0.
Yep, this could be sketchy though. Lovely little touch there by Vuk as through Fluvo goes. Pascal now in towards the middle. Pluvo looking for a redirect, pops it up instead. Pascal's not going to go for that one. Oh, everybody leaves it, and Hazard will get the clear. As you said, fairly even in terms of number of chances. No shots. No, one by Pascal, but I don't think it was truly going to test anybody that much. There were 3 of them on the goal line, of course. This could be the one. There it is. Pluvo gets them off the board, and the Pirates will open us up here 1-0 after just over a minute. I think an unlikely first scorer, but they've had the best of things in the first game so far.
Yeah, and finally they're able to make it count. Not the greatest of goals, not the prettiest of goals, but it went in. That's all that matters for their team. And yeah, as you were saying, you know, neither team scoring any goals, but had equal chances. They've just changed that. The caster's curse coming into beautiful effect. I'm sure they'll want us to speak more poorly of them so they can improve. But here we go. Pascal gets the clearance down. It's going to be Pluvo off the sideball. Beaten though, and it will fall into his centre. He can't get a touch, but the touch does come out. Pascal then flicking it on for Vuk, but it will be Zeg who gets a beat there. No second touch means Pascal will be able to fly towards net now. Vuk looks to play it back down to Pluvo, but he's not going to be there. Pascal can turn on it though. He's going to be beaten, and Hazard gets a chance. Pluvo will save it away, and nearly a great passing play there to equalise the game up for the Goats.
It was a brilliant passing play and an equally brilliant save as well, getting it across just in time. Zerg 1 versus 2 isn't going to get past anybody. Pluvo gets the Saviour medal. Really the backbone of this Pirates side, keeping them with their 1-goal advantage. Pascal now in the side of pitch. He's not quite going to get a good enough touch on that one to really get a good clear on it, but back to the backboard we go. Vuk doesn't get a good clear. It's going to pop all the way back to Zerg. Gets a fake off the backboard, going for the double. It's not quite going to work. Hazard can't get there in time to get another touch. And now Pascal trying to leave with very little boost and gets a brilliant 50 there as they're going to try and make it 2-0. Oh, it doesn't quite work out for them this time.
Yeah, and I think Zeg's biggest problem there was his momentum. If he'd just kept his momentum slower or faster, or whichever way it was that he went to put the ball too high, he may have had a very free shot there. Both defenders were backwards, and that's a shot that could have equalised the game. Luckily for him, there is still 2 minutes left on the clock, so he can make amends for that chance.
Oh.
It's going to be Pluvo, who looks to make it 2-0 though. Can't quite get that off though. Really good mechanical skill to get the flip, really good mechanical skill to get the control, but he just couldn't finish the icing on the cake, and it didn't find its way into the net after all. But it's going to be Zeg now to try and take it out again. Vuk though keeping that great midfield pressure, which we seem to see so often. A great pass middle as well to Pluvo, and it nearly goes all the way through, but Hazard is able to get back just at the right time there. It's going to be cleared away. A bump on Hazard means a free ball for Pascal for now, but Zeg takes it away as the whole pitch sort of comes to a standstill there from where I was looking at it. But no, still very, very little coming out of this Goats team. I think I might be wrong on my prediction as of now.
Yeah, I mean, this Pirates side, I mean, we saw Pascal doing some, you know, very interesting mechanics up the side of the wall there. They've been pretty much dominating this first game, very nearly getting a second goal to go with it. They've acted incredibly confident on their own goal line with just catching the ball when it easily could have gone wrong. And this does not look like a side that takes 1 game from 7 last week. I have no idea what went wrong that time by, but it looks like they are going to take a very impressive first game here. They've been extremely impressive in this opening game. Vuk looking to make it 2 does indeed, and that pretty much will seal the deal for them as well. The Pirates look to be taking this first game with 50 seconds left on the clock. Obviously, it's Rocket League. Nothing is ever fully confirmed until the ball has touched the ground at 0 seconds. But they're looking very impressive for a team that went 6-1 last week.
Yeah, you'd like to think that they have won the first game now, but then again, you did say 6-1, so there is still a chance for them to follow in the footsteps of last week if they don't win a game after this. Hopefully that's not the case, with Pascal finishing this game off at least with that third goal. Really, really smart, casual play again. Good touch onto the backboard. Both defenders sort of sat down. And you know what, Dane? I might go with another very controversial prediction here and reverse exactly everything I've said, because at the moment, the Goats look like a team who are out to be swept if they can't improve. They're not really providing enough shazazz for me at the moment to defeat a team as good as these guys, the Pirates, are playing. I just don't see it happening. I don't see any wins coming out of this team at the moment. They haven't been able to string 2 passes together, not had many shots. I just don't think they've been there at all at this game.
It is a very odd situation when you've got a team that literally took 1 game from the first week. 2 best-of-5s, they only managed 1 game out of it. And now they're going 3-0 up against a team who managed to get a sweep last week. They've got 0 points on the board. That is very, very impressive stuff from the Pirates, and we will take them through to game 2 in the lead of this series. 1-0. They are on their way to trying to get their first series up on the board in this group stage. Played 2, lost 2. They're trying to change things here. They were actually, I'm just looking at the scoreboard right here, right at the very bottom of the group stage. So they are trying to get themselves off of that spot. If they keep going like this, they could make their way all the way up into 3rd place by the end of this series as well. So we'll see what they can do in this second match. It's definitely going to be a very interesting one. What can the GOATs do? How are they going to try and come back from this as we head to Forbidden Temple for this next map? A map that is often, especially in these best-of-5 series, a very decisive map, because if you can get your game back, then we're in for a good series. But if not, you're in a very difficult place.
Yeah, I don't know how they come back here. I mean, I was watching the play and it was confusing to me how they couldn't manage to string 2 passes together, because they had the mechanics to do it, they had the pace, they had the speed, but it just wasn't coming off. As I said, there's a couple of times there, Zeg's momentum, he slowed down right before he hit the ball, which caused an upwards trajectory, which stopped the ball from going anywhere near the net. If that's just a straight shot and he carries momentum forward and puts that one to the corner, then that's a goal for him and the GOATs team. So maybe it's just a case of scoring that first goal. They didn't score a single goal in the last game, which I think is a big problem and a contributing factor to the fact they're losing. But nevertheless, we are in game number 2 now. This is a very important game, Dane. I know we mentioned over before, but this is the most important game probably for the GOATs anyway to win, because if they don't win this game, it puts them in a very awkward situation. And in early, the GOATs starting off with interesting skill there, but just not able to be put over the line in the end.
Yeah, it was a very interesting opportunity that they just had there, and now Pluto trying to take things back into the blue half for the first time. What can Hazard do now? Pops the ball down to midfield. Zerg is waiting there. Zerg with the shot. Pluto is not going to get there in time, and in 30 seconds they come back with a very quick answer to your question. How can they come back into this? Passing plays exactly that you were talking about. That's how they're going to do it right there.
Well, that's the first pass I've seen them string together. There you go. That's exactly how you turn it around. And, you know, there's not much you can do to stop that, but they were definitely giving them too much space in the centre there to pull that pass off. There's no way that should have came off so easily, but very, very good spot from the team that scored. Let's not take it away from them. They had a very, very good pass and play there, and hopefully it sparks some fire inside their souls, and now they can keep going again and again and again as the ball's going to come centre here from Blade Runner's pass. Here comes Hazard, takes it to the sky. Can he get a second one? No, it will be Pascal and Pluvo to touch it away in double efforts there as well. It did come off both players, and in the end it will be cleared away by Pluvo. Here comes Vuk in the sky, but Hazard comes up faster like a phoenix, and he's going to clear it away now. Pascal too. Zeg, though, meeting this one in the sky. Vuk keeping that upfield pressure on, but it will fall back to Hazard to put a shot on. Unfortunately, though, the shot was not satisfactory, and Pascal's able to take the ball out. Zeg picking it up in the halfway line. This looks like a goal opportunity if I've ever seen one, but he can't find the double tap off the backboard, and it will be cleared away. Now comes an attack for the Pirates, and I think Pascal might have just saved it, Dane.
He did. It's almost a second shot there by Pluvo. I could see what he was trying to do there, Pascal. He was trying to get that redirect and really mess up those defenders who are in a pretty good position, it must be said. 2 of them on the back line to try and make that save. But yeah, just a little bit too heavy of a touch, and that's going to go all the way through and off the backboard, and opportunity is gone. A good 50 by Vuk there, and now Pluvo tried to make something happen, but couldn't quite get there in time before the defender gets the clear. Vuk taken off the pitch entirely. Pascal's going to stretch to make the save. Pluvo now trying to get a big touch, and that is a huge clearance all the way to the opposite corner of the pitch. Manages to follow up on it as well. Had some brilliant speed there, but not quite able to make some good opportunities just yet. We've still got more than half of the second game left to play, and we're still waiting for the Pirates to really settle down into this game. This could be the opportunity for them. It's going to bounce off the post, and Vuk's going to get the final touch for it just before the halfway point. They make themselves level once again. And Pluva there just couldn't get the touch necessary to get it over the line. Had to get some help from the teammates. Defenders nowhere to be seen, and we're tied up.
It's as simple as that. It's how a coin can flip and a game can change. It's brilliant to see. Again, you know, after that goal, I don't really think the GOATs have been too much in this game, if I'm being honest. It has all been possession-based play on the other side with the Pirates. They have been controlling this game since that goal has gone in. And there you go! What a bump! Smart play. They're not even doing the most extraordinary things. They're just doing the simple stuff. Really good bump there from Pluvo, leaving the goal wide open. Simple, easy goals, and that's what they're brilliant at. They are expert at the basics.
Yep. Tap it all the way through, and you can see there was another player, I think it was Pascal, that was going across for another bump as well. So they were going for that one from the very beginning. Zerg, they got to try and get themselves back into this one. Now the GOATs prove that they're worthy of the name. Book trying to make it 3 off the backboard. It's the pass to Pascal, also off the backboard. 3-man passing play off the backboard, and Pluvo is going to make it 3-1. It's getting a bit silly now.
Yeah, I think that's the moment where you all just start crying and tell them to stop hitting you, stop bullying you in the playground. It's when the teacher gets involved to change the teams up because it's not fair. Because that's the case at the moment, it doesn't seem fair. That was too easy for the Pirates, and they just made it happen like it was nothing. And as you keep mentioning, they did actually go 6-1 last week, which is an absolute crazy figure if we look at how it... 1-6, not 6-1. 1-6. They look like they could have went 6-1 with the way they're playing, but don't be too disheartened yet, because Zeg pulls a goal back there. He gets it underneath Book. It somehow uses the post here and rolls into the net. Some call it luck, some call it fate. But either way, the ball's fell in the net. It is 2-3 now on the side of the GOATs. They need to get one more goal to draw and hopefully take it to overtime. Or even just get the win in normal time. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, we still yet to see the full potential of GOATs, I feel. I don't think this is the same GOATs side in terms of the way that they're playing that we would have seen had we watched them last week. I feel like this is slightly different. They were probably a little bit shocked heading into this. They probably thought they were going to have an easy time with it. Not the case. Definitely not the case. They still find themselves 1 goal behind in this second game. They're trying to make sure they don't lose this series before it's even begun. Pascal trying to put this to bed, and Zerg is already there waiting for the shot. Easiest save that Zerg will make all series long, that is for sure. Pluvo gets past 1, doesn't get past Zerg, who's now on the offensive again. Blocked by Pascal. And Hazard will pick it up on the back line. Very nice touch there. Doesn't quite get a good flick, though. This could be dangerous. A beautiful pop-up. Is anybody there? No, they're not. Blade Run is going to get in the way. It's dangerous territory here for GOATs. They've got 40 seconds left. They need a goal. If they concede one here, well, it's almost always game over.
Yeah, one more goal will put the nail in the coffin well and truly.
Oh,
It's still open at the moment. It's an open casket. They can still climb back out, but whether they will or not, that is the question. It's going to be played back to Vuk. It's going to be awkward, though. Now, Pluvo giving some hope here for the GOATs, playing this ball back. Zeg's able to take advantage of this player past middle. Hazard makes the 50. It just needs someone on the end of it, but no one is there. And a clear will be made. 16 seconds now. Pluvo takes it forward. Zeg, can he find anything here? A glimpse of sunshine, but no, it goes straight back to Pascal. And the final 10 seconds looks like it'll be in possession of... Never mind, though, because Zeg's there, but it is now back in possession of who I thought, Pirates. And it looks to be down.
Oh.
It would have been another goal had the play carried on. The Pirates, ready taking the second game of the series, looking to finish this one off in a sweep. And don't ask what that Pirate sound was, because I can't tell you.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. I'll let you get off with that one. Yeah, Pirates looking very impressive. The GOATs getting back into things, being carried a little bit by Zerg. They're actually just taking a look at that. 637 the score. Highest score of any player on the pitch. 5 shots, 2 goals, 3 saves as well. Fortunately, not quite enough to help the GOATs to take a victory here. Promising signs from them, but we'll still have to wait and see if they're ever going to actually make something happen here. DFH Stadium could be their grave, and well, it's not looking good for the GOATs as it stands now. The Pirates, pretty happy with themselves, so 2-0 up. They've already scored twice as many games as they did the entirety of last week, and they've only just got started, so I think they're going to be happy with that one as well. Pluvo doing a brilliant job there. 2 goals, an assist, a save, and 6 shots as well. You can see just how dominant the Pirates were. 11 shots for them in total, compared to just 7 by the Goats.
Yeah, exactly that. One player on the Pirates team nearly had the equal amount of shots to the entirety of the Goats. I mean, that's a stat to keep in mind. You just need to get more shots off of your Goats. I mean, again, they have that passing play. They strung that one pass together, but I can't remember any other time where they put an offensive pass together. It's just those passes need to happen on a more consistent basis. If they can find those passes on a more consistent basis, it clearly works for them, and they'll be able to find the goals. But at the moment, they are just not coming through enough. So it is causing them to be a little bit on the back foot here, but it's fine for now. They're in the last game. This is their last chance to kick out of the sand and to keep themselves alive in this series. But it will be Pascal already to put some salt in the wound and makes the first goal of game number 3, the first blood. And it's a very simple, easy goal. Again, nothing too complicated. He's just there in the right place at the right time, Dane.
Yep, and defense nowhere to be found as after it was sort of shot after shot after shot, offensive move after offensive move, just getting these Goats, out of position entirely, and Pirates doing that very successfully all series long so far. I was about to say, just before they scored, they need to score first, the Goats, if they want anything in this series. If they let the Goats score first, I feel like it's all going to be over before you know it. The ball's up. Pascal's not going to get a good enough touch on that one, but look at that, chain dashing the entire way down the wall there. So not like they're pushovers at all. Obviously got some advanced mechanics there. I know that I certainly cannot do a chain dash. Trying to get the double there with the flip resets, and Zerg is going to make the clear. Pascal with a good 50. It's going back to Pluvo now, a lofting touch over. It eventually is clear, but the rotations also by these Pirates have been absolutely fantastic. Every time the ball comes back out towards halfway, they catch it. Here comes Pluvo with a shot, and Hazard is just about there in time to make the save. But yeah, these Pirates looking very dangerous early on in this game.
Yeah, they are looking to steal the pot of gold. At the moment, they have their eyes on the prize, and they're looking like they're about to win the race as well. So they just need to keep going. Vuk beating 2 players out there with that one touch. Double commit. You don't like to see them. And now Pluvo looking for a demo. Zeg, though, really, really good. As you said, MVP of last game, already being the MVP for the Goats in this game. He is the only Goat out of the Goats at the moment. I think we both agree on. Zeg, though, gets a good 50 there up in the sky. It's going to fall back down. Pluvo able to get the clearance for now. Can he follow this one up? Blade Runner goes up, but he can't find a touch. Hazard looks to clear, but Pascal meets it to the end. It will be Vuk to play a shot on net, but it's not going to be on target, though. And Blade Runner will be able to get a clear for now, and Zeg will be able to follow. Now they can formulate an attack, but it will be Vuk to clear away. Zeg plays it into the center. It will be a Hazard to meet the ball, but it will be cleared away again by Pascal. But Blade Runner keeping a strong stance in the center. You know where he wants to keep the ball. Pluvo tries to clear away again, but Zeg this time in the center to push it back forward. Pascal attempting for the 3rd time, lucky to get it out, but again, it's going to be closed down at the midfield, and it seems to be the tactic change now coming out from this Goats team. They're going to be keeping the possession in their opponent half, and so far it's working really well until I spoke too soon, and the goal goes in.
You had to say
but it was
something,
working.
You had to say something, didn't you?
I had to ruin it. Had to knock down the wall.
Nobody back. Nobody back. Pluvo has the open net and does a very good job of actually reaching the target from quite an awkward position there, it must be said. 2 goals up now. You would not expect the Pirates to be letting a lead like that go. And the Goats now, they've got 2 minutes to try and get a miracle. That's a good start. That's a good start. 2 minutes to try and score 1 goal to keep themselves in this.
Yeah, it's... What a goal as well, actually. That's a really good
That
angle.
is beautiful, yeah.
I mean, Zeg is just... It feels to me like he's on another level to his teammates at the moment. He is like... He is on planet Zerg, and his teammates are on planet Earth. And that seems to be the problem. They don't work... He doesn't feel like he can work together. You've seen it even in that shot, even in that great goal. He didn't trust his teammate to put the ball in the net, so he had to jump himself. So it's like, if that's the case, it doesn't look very, very good. But they might have a chance to take at least 1 game out of this series here. As Hazard takes a shot, really good save. I thought that one was going to drop straight down, to be honest, but then a great save came out on the net. Here comes Pascal keeping the pressure. No second touch to be found. Blade Runner has some time here to get clearance away, but it won't be taken just yet. As Pluvo again touches it to wall, gets another big clear And I think that's another thing that the Pirates have done really well. Their clearances have been very hard, powerful and high, and it has been causing some problems on the defense side, especially for the Goats. They can't deal with these high, hard hits that are coming at them. Whoa, chain dashing from Bluvo. Fancy stuff there. But as I mentioned, yeah, you know, these clearances they're getting are really painful to take on the Goat side. And there you go again, Book keeping the ball away. Pascal looking to take it forward. But I do think, yeah, this game, I can't see this game going anywhere else other than a sweep to this one team.
Yeah, it definitely does look to be going that way, but there is still 1 minute remaining for these Goats to try and do anything. Anything at all. Anything but that. You could have done anything but that, and I would have been happy. But it is 3-1 now. They're back 2 in front. The Pirates surprising everybody by coming out and absolutely dominating in this series. There is absolutely no other word to describe it. They've already got 8 shots on the board as opposed to the 4 from the Goats, and they are looking absolutely magnificent. And whoever they're playing next up will be quaking in their boots after seeing this performance. That is for sure. Let's see, who are they playing next? They're playing Swans Esports. Good luck to Swans. That's obviously, I think that's the team with Tadpole on, isn't it? Tadpole and Foxy.
Yeah,
Swans. So that's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. There it is. Is that 4?
Redemption.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
It just trickles in like a water drop off the post.
Falling apart.
It's again, they're the same position as one of his previous goals as well. Just squeezing it in from that post from a very far distance away. So, I mean, it is what it is. Fair enough. I mean, I did say after the first game that I take back my prediction and reverse it the other way. Played the Uno reverse card on my prediction. So, I'm halfway there. Halfway credible.
You got the score kind of right, just backwards, but you know, you got the numbers sort of right.
Yeah,
But yep, that is going to be the end of this series as the ball reaches the floor. Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh,
Pascal's on the ceiling. Pascal's on the ceiling. Oh, puts it to the ground. I thought that we were going to have something magnificent there, but that is the end of this series. It is a sweep as Ted predicted. Unfortunately, it's gone the other way, and the Pirates will take all of the spoils here. The Goats go home with nothing, and for the second series in a row for the Goats, they get swept entirely. So that is a very interesting result, one that I definitely wasn't expecting. Ped, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about my previous prediction because that one that's irrelevant now. But no, I think it was blatant to see after the first game which team were going to take that home. I think you seen which team worked together as a team and no eye. I think Zeg was more of an eye player in that team. And I thought that that the Pirates played exceptionally well. They were looking for passes. They were playing it round the Goats defense, and they were just really good in general at playing those shots as well and those power clearances I've mentioned. So I think that's a very well-deserved result from the games that we've seen today. I don't think any games went the wrong way. I think they all went the right way, and the score lines were pretty accurate to how the game went. So I think very good games from the Pirates. The Goats have a bit to work on. Maybe if they can't fix it for tonight's second game, they can fix it for next week. But all in all, you know, a very good series for the Pirates, a very big one to take, and it's only positive for the Goats if they can take it in the right way and they use that loss and they power themselves to take on the next opponents. I wish them both good luck in the second game tonight.
Yep, absolutely. And speaking of second game of tonight, we are still waiting for the teams to be done with their first series that we're going to be covering a little bit later on. So we are going to go to an ad break now, but we will be right back with our next series. Again, a best of 5. And again, 2 teams with not the best start to the campaign last week. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Learn new skills or learn employable skills. Do both and achieve more. Become an apprentice. A genius decision. Eisiau dysgu sgiliau newydd? Neu ddysgu sgiliau cyflogadwy? Gwna'r ddau a chyflawni mwy. Bydd yn brentis. Dewis doeth. Learn new skills or learn employable skills. Do both and achieve more. Become an apprentice. A genius decision. Eisiau dysgu sgiliau newydd? Neu ddysgu sgiliau cyflogadwy? Gwna'r ddau a chyflawni mwy. Bydd yn brentis. Dewis doeth.
Welcome back to the Welsh Esports League, Rocket League. We are here for our second best of 5 of the evening here in week number 2 of this 4-week, very short group stage season. First series, it was a complete sweep, 3-0 to the team, the exact opposite to what we were expecting. So if you didn't watch that, then go back and watch that once we're done here, because that was a very odd series. It kind of went the exact opposite way to what both Ped and myself, Dane, were thinking. But now we've got the Artists versus the Robins, and we are ready to go. We're literally ready to go. The drivers are all, players are already on the pitch. We've just been speaking about driving during the break. Apologies for that. But Ped, what are we thinking for this series then? It's almost the exact same situation to what we had the last series. One team got swept both of their matches last week. One team, well, they managed to get a game, and then they managed to get a full series after that as well. So very similar to what we had in the first match. That one went the exact opposite way to what we were thinking. So what are you thinking for this one?
Well, it's a weird one because we've already seen one of these teams play last week. And that team is obviously the Artists. And considering they've scored the first goal of the game, I'm going to say that they will be winning in a very close 3-2 scoreline.
What is... That was a decent goal there. Nice little back and forth, but that was very confusing to watch. I'm not gonna lie. We've got an RLCS Season 1 contender.
Tiny.
I've literally like once seen an RLCS blue tag, and I think it was last week. So that's quite cool. Tinny, the RLCS Season 1 contender, and SSL on the Robins as well. So this Robin side is the side that went 6-1. Sorry, 1-6 last week. So we'll see exactly what they can do. Tinny trying to get off the scoreboard, and Nebsy gets one brilliant save there as things start to calm down a bit. The ball slows down in midfield, but it was a very quick start to the map. 1-0 to the Artist. DJ trying to catch the ball, and now this is dangerous as they triple committed that one. The Artists have an opportunity to make something happen, and it's just not working out for them.
Yeah, that's correct. Veins tries to get a clearance out here. It will be played back. Natsumi tries to take this one to the corner. Now he's got a lot of time on his hands. Tinny's going to try and challenge here, and he does get the successful challenge, but Nebsy following back up there, reinforcing the concrete with a little bit of metal, making sure it's not going to be knocked down just yet, this defensive wall that they have built around their goal. They do not want to concede as they have already got the lead. They want to just extend on that lead like Pinocchio's nose and hopefully get the win. I mean, I did predict 3-2, but you know, seeing how the games have gone in most of the situations so far in this league, not a lot of them have been very close. I'm not sure if there has been any 3-2s yet. But oh, DJ, hello at the back post, coming out of nowhere there. It seemed like the play just stopped for a second. Natsumi didn't realise he was there, and then all of a sudden, bang, he popped up and no one was there to save it. And DJ finds the equalising goal in the game. And this is going to be an interesting game number 1 now, Dane.
Yeah, we are all level again. 3 minutes on the clock. There's still plenty of time to see how exactly this series and this map will start to evolve. DJ from way up high is going to make it 2. The quick 1-2 in the matter of seconds puts his team in the lead.
Yeah, well, DJ is he's definitely doing the deck. He's got no fancy title. He's got no Supersonic Legend title. He's just got himself, and he's got 2 goals in his pockets. 2 very nice goals as well for his team, and he's put them in the lead. So yeah, very, very good stuff from DJ. Not messing about with titles, not messing about at all, and he's just been able to put 2 goals away there. And that's exactly what you want from your team, just to pop up at their respective moments and have their respective pop-off moments. It's what you see in the professional world all the time. Different players play very, very good in different games, and X, Y, and Z. All 3 players have pop-off potential. In this game, at least for the Robins team, it is DJ, and he might be able to find his hat-trick in this game. Who knows? It would be a very, very impressive start. Again, could be going against everything that we've said prior to this matchup. And it seems to be the way it goes at the moment. Today, our caster curse is working very heavily against us rather than for us. And it doesn't seem like it's coming, and DJ gets his hat-trick, at least that one right.
This is actually insane. Lovely play off the backboard. DJ, how have you got that angle? That is ridiculous. And then Nebsy on the goal line, it goes straight over him. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just gone way too quick. And probably wasn't expecting the ball to go anywhere near them either. So very awkward situation there. And in the space of a minute, we've gone from 1-0 to 3-1 the other way.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how that happens and how it affects the team mentally. But here we go. Here's a chance to come back, but that shot was not it. Especially in this situation, he got a very nice opening, gifted, if you will, by the Robins, but he didn't take it, and the Artists are still left with an empty canvas at the moment of ideas. They could do with filling that one up, though, before the end of this game. They've got 1 minute and 35 seconds to come up with something, because otherwise they will be seeing themselves losing game number 1. And as we've seen last game, that didn't fare very well. Nearly a long shot there, though, and that got me off my seat, especially, but it just didn't fall into the goal. And what do you think it would take in this next minute and 15 seconds, then, Dane, for these guys to come back? What do they have to do?
Score 2 goals.
Oh,
yeah. And they very nearly get one straight away there. Ball pops up into the box. But yeah, score 2 goals. And I'm not sure where they're going to come from. This defense has looked really strong. They got caught out early on, did the Robins. But since then, they've not really looked like conceding that much. Made 4 saves already. cutting most of everything out. And why am I even speaking? Genuinely, what am I doing here? Vayne's just proving me wrong time and time and time again. 2-3. I mean, they've got 50 seconds left, the artists, to try and make something out of this match.
Yeah, Caster's Curse coming into play yet again there. Yeah, it's exactly as you said, score 2 goals. Now it's score 1 goal. Nebsy gets a kick off. It will not be taken by a player in a blue shirt. It will be Vaynes to clear the ball away though, and Inhane is out of net. Oh, Vaynes misses the ball and goes for the player. Whether that was intentional or not, we'll never know. I'm sure he'll say it wasn't. But wow, that could have been a chance there. It was really, really open for Vaynes. The ball got distracted and the player ended up getting hit instead, and that's how it worked. But Ayahane coming back towards the ball again, getting it centre, and I actually must say something, I haven't seen him hit the ball too much, Ayahane. I didn't see that name, but oh my word, Nebsy comes out of the nebula and puts that one home right in the centre. Tinny did not get a great touch away. Vaynes with a brilliant pass into the centre, and Nebsy just meets it to it, and those 2 goals you were talking about, Dane, have been scored. Back to 3-3, back to level terms, and a very, very solid comeback nonetheless from the artists.
It absolutely is, and can they try and finish things off here, Natsumi? Oh, this is dangerous now. It looks like all of their players were committed, and it could be very dangerous. There's 1 second left. The ball has yet to hit the ground. Will we have overtime? Is someone there? They were. DJ, they're very dangerous. Nebsy says absolutely not. You will get deleted, and we have our first overtime in game number 1. This is the perfect start to a series. It's a 3-3 overtime as well. When are we gonna get our goal? That's going all the way back towards the net. Vaynes is there. Vaynes is there to clear it, and now on the offensive as well. Pops it all the way off the backboard. DJ is there to make it clear and gets a second touch too. Looking to link up with Tinny. Does so successfully, and now Tinny trying to make something happen here on this left corner. On the blue half, off the backboard, no boost, fakes one. Nebsy is the last person there to clear. DJ has to get this touch and does. The goal is wide open. Natsumi can't get the touch. Tinny gets the clear. The ball will bounce up and out of danger for now.
But now is definitely the right word to use in that situation, because the attack is still ongoing, unless it will be cleared away now. Nebsy did not have enough boost to make the touch, but Vaynes will just carry it on. It was a very free ball here. Natsumi up, so is Vaynes. No one getting a touch on the ball. There's just a lot of flying cars at the moment. It's like flying saucers. It's like we're on an alien invasion of cars. No one seems to be taking the ball anywhere useful at the moment. But it is going to be Vaynes to put a redirect. DJ gets a good save, though. The ball looked faster, but Vaynes is back in the centre. And the positioning for that goal was exquisite. The pass came in, and Vaynes is just able to slot one home. And they were 2-1 down with 50 seconds left to go. And they win the game 4-3. And that is the wonders of Rocket League.
That is indeed. And yeah, it was not looking good for them, but they managed to get themselves back in to this one. But if that was any indication of what we have to come, we have got a fantastic series on the way. Everybody scoring well all into 300 points. Tinny, the only person not getting to that 300 mark, and was in 299. So I am definitely looking forward to this. DJ, the star player, I think it has to be said, on the pitch. 3 goals in the space of a minute to take the Robins from 1-0 down to 3-1 up. Then the artists say, you can take 3 goals in a row. We can do that as well. And yeah, 4-3, the end result of this first game. We head over to Forbidden Temple for this second game. Will the Robins be able to come back into this one? I think they can. I'm not sure if it will come straight away. But definitely it is a very much more evenly matched series than what we've just seen.
Yeah. Again,
12 shots.
Artists, 12 shots, yeah, that's what we're looking at. 4-4-4, that's the lucky numbers right there. But 3-1-2 from the Robins, they just didn't hit the mark. 6 shots to 12, you know what I mean? There's where your problem is right there if you're the Robins. It was a DJ masterclass which took them in the lead. I think we can all agree on that one. They need to start appearing next to their teammate. Tinny and Ayahane need to both appear next to DJ. And they need to make sure that they're providing him with the passes. They need to make sure that they're scoring the passes that DJ gives them as well. They can't just let it be a one-man band. And we've seen so many times how Zeg being a prime example in the last series. But here we go. Ayahane already starting the game off with a high pressure. Tinney looks to get a 50 here, but it will be going all the way to Nebsy in the centre. Ihane gets a clear away. But already we are starting to see the through vision from the artist, looking for that next pass, looking for that next touch, and that is a real crucial trait to have.
Oh, what a save! Tinney getting a fantastic block. Ihane with 0 boost, getting it somehow all the way to halfway, and Natsumi trying to make something happen here. DJ gets the block in time. The ball's fired back towards the goal. Ihane with another beautiful touch. It's all been artists playing forwards. As now finally the Robins will have some attack, but it doesn't get too far. There's a couple of good clears by the artists now, and now they're onto the attack once again. Natsumi has to back out of that one. No boost remaining. Tinney pops the ball up to DJ from way up high and can't quite get the dunk on Veins. It gets a good touch to take it out of reach, and now we can see what the Robins will do on the offense. Double, triple for DJ, and nobody goes for it. And Tinney will get a free shot at net. 1-0 to the Robins. You're not missing those.
Yeah, that was the most open shot he's probably had in this tournament so far, to be honest with you. I think if he did miss that one, it was a whoops. Under the carpet, slide that one under. That's not no clip of it. Destroy every bit of evidence that it ever happened, and never talk of it again. Sort of situations.
Oh, the fake.
He puts it in the net. And
oh, the
yeah,
the demo!
And that's another one of those moments which you just want to sweep under the carpet and never talk about again, because Veins has just absolutely killed them with that, and he's managed to get perfect control on the ball even so.
The ball
and
hasn't
he's
touched the
equalised
ground.
the game there. Yeah, wow, really good stuff. That's like a 0-second play of the making, that one. Imagine if that's 0 second.
Oh, if that's 0 seconds, then I'm out of the chair. I'm into the room next door. Like, I've gone through the wall. You know what I mean? Like, that is screaming
Blair
stuff.
on field.
Tinney with almost another open net, but Natsumi is there to make the save, get us a bump as well. And we're all tied up once again in this series. It's happened a couple times now that we've been at this stage, all tied up. Tinney shot a little bit wide. Veins now trying to make it 2 on the day. What a flick that was, and DJ flying across to get the save. Beats the first defender, but DJ was there. Now Ihane gets it clear. DJ will take it past 1. Ihane trying to follow up. The bump is good. The demo's better, and Nebsy's there to follow up on things. The last person back. It's tense for both teams right now. The counter-attacking play is wonderful to watch, but it's only a matter of time before one of these attempts goes the way of the net. And Ihane, oh, that is so close to going into their own net. It just comes off the post, and DJ will try and calm things down for a second. Gets a pass across to Tinney. What a play that is. And on the stroke of half-time, we're 2-1. Robins back in the lead.
DJ just taking the fake as well there. Really good control again. Pass centre, goal. DJ, definitely the most influential player right now on the Robins, just being in every play that they have made so far in the series. The 3 goals last game and the 2 assists this game. He's definitely getting himself involved in every piece of play around the field. Veins getting a clearance there, though. Tinney being irritating, most likely, more than anything for the artist team. They just don't want to have to deal with many more being so close up in their faces, not allowing them to clear the ball easily. It's always good to be annoying to the opposition team. No, that's how you know you're doing the right sort of things. If you're being annoying and you're being a bit of a pain, that means, you know, you're doing the right things, because that's what you're supposed to be as an opponent. You're not supposed to make it nice and easy walk through the park. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be irritating. It's supposed to be confusing a lot of the times as well. But here comes DJ and Tinney, both together. Luckily, Natsumi can fly across the field and close this one down. A shot coming on. It might just be in. Oh, no. It will not. Ihane is going to be able to take that down. It did look like it had a bigger trajectory on my screen before the camera changed, but it didn't. But only 2-1. There's still a lot of time left in the series. But the question is, can you see the artists coming out on top in this game, Dane?
I can. We saw what they did in the last series. I think this is so evenly matched, but also so back and forth that it literally could go any direction from any point. I think it could be 3-1, it could be 4-1. You know, I'd still be believing that it could happen for them, as a shot from DJ is going to go wide, and that's really not what you would expect. Tinney trying to really put the final nail in that coffin. A lovely bump from Natsumi to deny the shot, and a beautiful save by Veins as well. Tinney gets the touch up only as far as Natsumi. Now Nebsy gets a good pitch off the side wall. 0 boost, has to try and fake their way through this. Gets a 50 with Tinny, but fortunately it goes the wrong direction. Natsumi, the only person back. Ayahane trying to make something happen. The pass down to Tinny. The shot is on, but it's not on target. Natsumi makes the touch towards net. It's going to launch off the backboard. Nebsy with the shot, and it's all the way through. Tied up at 2-2 again. 23 seconds on the clock. I think we're destined for a second overtime.
Terrible shot as well. Out of any shot to go in, your defense would be so frustrated that that's the goal that goes in after saving some beautiful shots coming out of this team. That is the shot that equalizes the game up. That is a bit anticlimactic, I must say, but either way, every goal counts. It doesn't matter how you score them. That's nearly a last 10-second goal there from Ayahane, but he just couldn't squeeze it in. DJ now looking to find it. Natsumi gets the clearance. Tinny looks to boom it long. It will go right back to Nebsy, and it will touch the ground before it makes it there. 2-2, overtime, game number 2. Second overtime of the series, second game of the series. You know the drill. Let's see which side it'll go with, though. We did see last game, obviously, the winners in overtime being this artist's roster. But it might go the other way this time as Tinny lines up his shot. It's just not very, very powerful. DJ, though, he gets possession of the ball, looks to play it onto the backboard, but it will be cleared away again. And honestly, I am scared for either team because I cannot tell you which way this is going to go, Dane.
No, it's so back and forth, and the counterattacks on both sides have been astonishingly good. Veins, how have you kept the ball through all of that? No boost and goes past 2 players from the opposing side. Now has to get back as Iron gets it. Not such a great touch. Not such a great touch. Could have done probably maybe a little bit better with that. But here we go. Veins on the attack once again. Can't get to that ball from the side wall and has to retreat back to defense. Tinny can't get a good 50. Now Natsumi in towards the middle. Is anybody there? Nebsy is. The ball's going to bounce across net once again. DJ is there to pick it up. And now Veins looking for the shot. Tinny gets off the backboard, and Nebsy coming out of nowhere trying to get the 50. Very nearly dunks the defender. But we're back the other way again. This counter-attacking play that we've got so used to over the last couple of games. A minute and 20 seconds already played. Tinny with the shot. Tries to get the dunk. Does. But it's not on target. Veins now wants to go the other way. And this is back and forth stuff, Ped.
It is, yeah. And I don't think anyone knows which way it's going to go. Yeah, oh my word. That was nearly incredible. But it didn't go in. Whether it was accidental or not, we'll never know. But for now, let's just say it was on purpose. That was meant to happen. It didn't go in, though. So there's still a lifeline here. And I think both teams have been on a very fine margin of scoring here in this overtime, in this 2-minute period we've had extra in this game. And, you know, this could be it, though. Tinny gets a touch onto net. It's going to be Natsumi to take it and take it down nice and calmly. Breathe, take in the fresh air and look at the pandas crawling and eat the bamboo. That is the situation that happened there, but Nebsy gets a shot. Cleared away again. Here comes Veins at the back now. Tinny is free-jumping, and he gets a second touch too to calm it down. DJ will take the ball in possession here. Ayahane waiting in the middle. No boost, though, to take it forward. Natsumi forces a 50. Veins will follow it forward. Being very, very careful with the touches that they are going for here as well on the defense. They're not trying to give the ball straight away. They're trying the best to keep it close and then get the good clearances, our artists. And here's Tinny, though, with a great touch away from DJ. A shot to come in. Veins, though, will get a clear here, and it will go very, very bizarrely into the centre, but no goals yet. And crazy to think because we are 15 seconds away from 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Tinny gets past one, can't get the touch into the middle. Veins all the way from the back. Natsumi touches it on. Veins going up for the shot. Oh, and DJ is there to get in the way. Natsumi can't get past the double defense of Ayahane and Tinny. Veins catches the ball up inside the blue half now. I feel like a goal has to be coming soon. Nebsy past one. Tinny knocks it forwards, and it's going to go straight across the face of this orange half. Ayahane with a shot from midfield. It gets past one. It's a little bit wide, and Natsumi picks it up. DJ takes it back. Tinny past one, gets bumped. Nebsy in the middle, pops it forward, trying to get a pinch with Veins. The ball is still dangerous, though. Off the backboard, and Nebsy's there waiting for it. Can't make anything happen with it. Ayahane now gets the 50. It only goes as far as midfield, and Oh, this could be it here. Nebsy off the backboard. The defense making a slight error. 4 minutes played in this overtime. Still no one scoring. No real massive chances for either side. The defenses have been so good, cutting things out just before the final touch. Tinny with no boost, can't do anything here. Iahane with almost getting that cycle off the backboard, trying everything that they can. A good touch from Natsumi. Veins can't get past DJ. This is insane. Iahane with a big clear now, and Tinny with the shot is going to be in! What a play to finish things off here as Tinny gets the final touch. A beautiful pass from Iahane, and the Robins take game number 2 after nearly an extra game's worth of overtime. We go to game 3, tied up. The Robins get one on the board. This is going to be an incredible series.
Yeah, wow, I mean, not only did it go to a 9-minute game of Rocket League, it's also now a draw in the series, which means there seems to be a lot of Rocket League left to go. That could have went either way, though, as we were saying. That could have went either way. The shots fell with the artists, though. They did have the most shots. I think I can agree with that side, but the shots they were having just were not good enough to penetrate the solid defense that they were putting up there, the Robins. So it's one of those situations, really. The artists just need to get better placed shots, get more demos on the goal line, make sure they're clearing up that net so they can get those easy shots, or that they are placing the shots in quality positions, which I felt like the Robins many of the times did play some very, very nice shots there, some very, very nice goals. DJ and Tinny have such a brilliant link-up play as well. Those two players seem to link up like peanut butter and jam. So, you know, it's just having that connection in that team really, really, really pushes them forward. And I think another key reason why they were able to get so far in game number 2 there. So game number 3 is a completely different story, though. Again, it's a very decisive game, Dane.
Yeah, it is. Whoever takes this one goes to match point, series points in this best of 5. It's 1-1 at the moment. First team to get to 3 takes the series, and it has been incredible so far, this series. I've absolutely loved it. We've had 2 overtimes. What more could you ask for after 2 games? Natsumi doing some tricks, flicking the ball up. Very odd play right there, and DJ's there to tidy things up. Veins pops the ball into the middle. They're trying to get going early here. They don't want to have to worry about a long old overtime again, the artists. They want to try and get themselves up in the series once and for all. Veins trying to do exactly that off the backboard. Nebsy's there. How has that gone out?
Wow, I do not know. You're going to have to ask the man in the mirror for that answer, because that was an incredible shot, and somehow the ball just flies away from the net.
Oh, the demo coming in midair. One of the most satisfying sights in Rocket League, I think, that when someone's flying up to hit the ball and they get poached right from the sky.
Firework display. Very, very good firework display.
Yeah.
But it's sort of gone to a stalemate for the time being. No one is having any shots, but a demo coming out here. Out over there from the artists, meaning that no shot comes in, but a great attempt at a demo nevertheless. And now this could be bad, because Natsumi's last man, he launches the ball to his own backboard. Luckily,
that's
finds
beautiful.
touch on it, taking Tinny away. Veins now puts it to backboard. Natsumi is up, beats Iahane. Now Nebsy just needs to get a good control touch here. He makes that touch, but the flip was just not good enough. Veins, though, keeping that possession, just playing small touches, not trying to give the ball away too much. Iahane flying very far ahead here, looking for that bump play, but he can't find it yet. But he puts himself in a spectacular position at the back post, Dane.
This is beautiful. Goes for the bump, doesn't get it. Tinny instead fakes both defenders, and Iahane is there to clean up the slightly wide shot. That is sensational stuff right there from both players to realize the situation as it was unfolding and make a play like that. Beautiful stuff. Veins wants to get right back into action. DJ will deny it. Oh.
It's one of those situations where you've just conceded a brilliant goal. You can't seem to break down this defense. I think that's been the story of the first 2 minutes of the game. We've just had that one attempt, really, from the Robins, and the artists have had quite a few dotted about, but they just haven't been able to put them in. And that's their biggest problem. How are they going to be able to execute the goal if the defense is too strong? And they haven't answered that question. But Tinny nearly did for a second time there for the Robins. Luckily, the ball was just kept away from the goal line. But that could have been critical again. A double commit or a miscommunication in the defense causes it to crumble and nearly gives away another goal. And you don't want to go 2-1 down here, especially against a team like the Robins, because I don't think there's any room back after that. Natsumi looking to find a shot there, and that's a great question. Where is the defense? There was one man back, and he was looking. Very, very risky play from the Robins. Luckily, though, nothing come of it yet, and it looks like now there might be an open. Again, the defense just seems to be disappearing. I don't know if you see where they're going, but for me, it's like they're going through a portal and coming back through the other end. I don't know where they keep going.
DFH Stadium is probably one of my least favorite maps for that very reason. I can never actually keep track of where the actual cars go. I just keep losing them. But on that occasion, no one was back, and that is an opportunity that will go miss for the Robins. They could have had the goal to put them 2 in front, but it will not be for now. Tinny puts the ball up. That's going to go well wide. Does get a lovely touch there. That one is not going wide. That one's going straight down in front of net. Nobody there to get the touch on it, unfortunately, for the Robins. Tinny cuts that one out in midfield. Very nice play indeed. Pops the ball over the DJ, but it's cut out. And now with a minute left in this game, Robins look set to take 2, but it's only a 1-goal advantage. And as we know, in Rocket League, literally anything can and does happen. That is a save. That is an absolutely brilliant save for the Robins to keep them in this match. And there's no defense. Tinny can't get the shot on target. Ayahane can't get it on target either. Where's DJ? What's DJ going to do with this one? On the side, goes up to the ceiling. Natsumi cuts it out. Ayahane's there for the shot. And oh, it's looking good for the Robins right now. That was a brilliant defensive play and then a lovely counter-attack as well.
Yeah, but the all-important figure is the goal stats, and the goal didn't go in. But now surely...
Double demo.
No, Tinny.
Oh.
Tinny's not having a good game. There's twice now he's faked an open net. And if a goal does happen to go in, which I wouldn't put it past the artists, they're very good at scoring the last seconds of the game. If a goal happens to go in and they lose this game in overtime, it would be the most devastating thing ever, because they've literally not been in the game at all this game, the artists. It's been completely in favour of the Robins. There's not been any touch from the artists, so if they concede now, it'd be a very, very disservice to their own work.
Oh, that was close.
Looking to find the
Still
close. Vane to the back post.
Oh, they take it.
And it will be 2-1 to the Robins. I know I don't see this going any other way. I think the Robins are taking this one home now. That's my personal opinion. I don't see this going any other way. Only 5 shots as well, and they still managed to win it.
They're confident. They have serious confidence right now. That was a very impressive display, not only in the attack, but in the defensive department as well. They barely had the artists threatened. They didn't feel threatened, I don't think. The artists had a couple of good opportunities, but the Robins were just cutting stuff out left and right. And now we go to game 4. Sovereign Heights. The Robins 2-1 up in the series. Do the artists have anything to say for themselves? It's a question that's on everybody's minds right now. The Robins, they're looking really impressive.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, they don't even need to have that many shots. I mean, Tinny did whiff 2 there, so maybe the shot tally would have been to 7. So we'll keep that in account, because there was a couple of chances which me and you both looked at and went, okay, and ignored it. But we can only hope that on this dark night in Sovereign Heights, the artists can make some sort of a comeback here and paint on their fresh canvas in game number 4 and be able to find new light. Get it to game number 5. Take us up. I hope that's game number 5. Either way, we are game number 4 at the moment, and there is still a chance the series ends on this very map in this very game of the series. And a stop from Ayahane. That would be adored by a team in this position. It's a goal. DJ didn't even need to do too much here with that pass.
Lovely, beautiful pass by DJ. Nobody back, and Ayahane has a lot of work to do. That's not an easy shot to make, especially from that distance as well. The accuracy was good. Power was good as well. Are they going to make it 2 in quick succession off the crossbar? Natsumi gets a good touch as well to make sure it is all the way out. And Veins, well, that side has now got a lot to do for the artists. That is really rubbing some salt into the wounds of the artists, and they really need to try and get back into the series now. They have so much time, but also so much to do. DJ into the middle with the bump as well. Iahane, they link up for a second. They are on absolute cloud 9 right now. I cannot see this series going any other way. It's going 3-1 to the Robins. Tinny hasn't even touched the ball more than twice, and this is absolutely fantastic. DJ and Iahane linking up. It's been beautiful to watch. The artists have even more to do now. I don't see it happening. I really don't.
Yeah, wow, that is... I don't even know how that happened. It happened so fast. The pass comes middle, there was no one back, and there's free.
Oh, and again!
That's it. Throw in the white tile. Throw it in. White tile. This is going badly. Iahane's hat-trick in the first, not even 50 seconds. 49
DJ
seconds
again.
and Iahane's hat-trick.
2 assists, gets the bump to unsettle the defender. I think the bump was missed, but it was enough to put them off. And then a beautiful 50 on the goal line by Iahane to get that one over the line. They had a little bit of help from the goalpost, yes, but we won't gloss over that one. We'll gloss over that one a little bit to help them out a bit. A hat-trick immediately. That is absolutely nuts. The demo again, the absolute disrespect by this Robin side. They don't care. They do not care.
No.
All they want is more goals.
I see a double commit there. Oh, DJ trying to go for a double tap though. He couldn't find it. Veins looks to push forward. Iahane, he gets a touch. And you were saying a bit earlier that you wanted to see the team in the previous game go against Swansea or Swansea Esports. I want to see this team go against Swansea Esports personally. I want to see the Robins versus Swansea Esports, because I tell you what, if they play like they played in the first 50-second full series, they will definitely give them a blooming good game. I tell you, it will be a very good game, and really, really good players on this team. I know Swansea Esports is a different challenge, but if anyone can give them a game, it's these guys, 100%. And I'll back them for as long as I can, because, you know, they have surprised me again. Veins, though, gets it back. That's positive in the right direction, but is it enough, though? That's the question. And that is also what I expect to happen as well. Start off great in 50 seconds, but the consistency is not going to be there for the full 5 minutes. Eventually, you're going to sit back and go more passive, and that's exactly what happened with Liverpool last night, and it's exactly what's happening right here. They've been watching too much football.
I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting to watch those series as they come along. They will play versus the Swans in the final week, so we've got to wait 2 weeks to see that one. It's not yet decided which matches get streamed for that, so see if we can have a word with John and Connor about what exactly we can do about that, because I agree, that looks like that will be a banging series. Let's see first if they can hold on to their 3-1 lead to make it 3-1 in the series. And Tinny trying to make something happen here, not really been all that involved so far in this match. 66 points to their name, 0 shots, 0 goals, obviously, 0 assists, 0 saves, just 33 touches of the ball.
Well, at least he's got 33 touches of the ball.
Probably more touches of the ball than I would have managed.
And especially in a lobby like this, the speed of it, eh? No. I don't think he hasn't needed to touch the ball. That's the best thing about it. He hasn't needed to. That's what's so great. Like, it's not like he's been needed. I mean, here we go. That was a needed touch on the ball. That should bring him up to about 88 points, maybe not. That was a clearance, but it's fine. Game doesn't want to give him points. It's fine. DJ, though, launches one to bow. Oh, he's beaten it! Oh my word! That was nearly a great goal from Iahane. It would have made his 4th goal in the game number 4, but it didn't happen the way it was intended, and it did come off. I think it came off the crossbar and in the post, if I'm not mistaken. It came out.
Yeah, an absolutely beautiful play. A beautiful, beautiful play, but unfortunately a play that we will forget. Tinny gets some involvement and does it with a shot and a goal. Gets up to 214 points, takes them to 4-1 with a minute left. This is looking, yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Robins absolutely dominating these last 2 games. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, unfortunately, EsportsWales forgot to print us the script for today. So
We
have
weren't
to
mentally prepared for this. We weren't prepared for this. You need to let us know when stuff is going to be this exciting. This is crazy.
It's like with WWE as well. You're gonna know the facts. You know what I mean? But no, very well played though. Very well played to the Robins again. Really.
What is that?
Me nearly Tinny scoring again. It's like none of the results that happened last week make any validation anymore.
Yeah, to put this into context, the Robins got 1 game out of 6 last week. This team got 1 game out of 6 last week. What is that?
They're playing magical. Yeah, they're playing. It's like the game we watched for previous as well. They had 1 game out of 6 on their record. It's crazy.
And then they went and got a sweep. So none of these results are making any sense at all. Bane's going to try and get a consolation goal here. DJ actually trying to make it 5 in reality. The ball's going all the way back to the end of the net. Oh, it's dangerous. Can they get another touch? No, they cannot. The ball hits the ground. The Robins take the 4th game, take their 3rd of the series, and that is all she wrote. The Robins versus the Artists is over, and it is a 3-1 victory to the Robins. And once again today, the team that got 1 out of 7 games last week takes the victory in their first of this week, and that is an absolutely ridiculous statement to make. The Artists look very impressive last time out, can only walk away with 1 game here today. So that is it for that best of 5. Ped, just kind of astonishing scenes, probably not like anyone would have been able to predict that again. Just the Welsh Esports League once again proving that it is the most depth. It's got the most depth, or is that the most inconsistent, even more than EU or LCS? What are we thinking?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've casted a lot of leagues in and around Europe, and I must say it is definitely got one of the highest standards of play I've seen in a European league. Obviously, it is only restricted to Wales, hence there's a lower playership. But even just restricted to Wales, the actual play that we're seeing is incredible from some of these Welsh players. You know, I didn't even know there was players in Wales as a whole before casting here, but now I know there's this many players who actually are Welsh and play in the tournament. So it's crazy to see all these players who you might not have seen before in the bubble scene, in and around the bubble scene playing. So I think, you know what, it's just a case of different teams have different play styles. Teams are having bad days, teams having bad nights, teams are picking up more chemistry, playing more games together. And I think the best week to take into account will be the final week, when the teams have all played each other, the teams have all got those points, the teams have all had time to work and improve at each other. I think the last final week of the groups is going to be when we find out, you know, which team's the best. But I'll be interested to see when the table's updated as well. Obviously, that'll happen later tonight or tomorrow. That'll be really interesting to see as well, to see who's actually where now. Because with the teams who lost 2 series last week, winning 2 series this week, that puts them right back in the mix in the middle. So it will be very exciting to see where they'll be gone.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, we've seen the teams that didn't do quite so well last week do really well this week. So I feel like we're going to see a complete mix-up of the tables. And I feel like we're going to see that again next week and probably the final week as well. I don't think anyone really is going to know where we stand until we get to week number 4. It's only a couple of weeks away. It's a very short season, this, but still loads and loads of Rocket League left to play. Well, that is everything that we've got for you here on Esports Wales for the Welsh Esports League in the Rocket League Championship. I've been Dane Baird, and we've got Ped alongside me. We've got Rohan up in the broadcast booth as well. And a quick shout out to the sponsors of the series, Apprenticeships Wales. So thank you for everything that they do to support this series. And of course, the Esports Wales, brilliant series that they've been putting on. John and Connor and everyone else who's been helping out behind the scenes for that as well. But thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you same time next week.
Learn new skills or learn employable skills. Do both and achieve more. Become an apprentice, a genius decision. Eisiau dysgu sgiliau newydd? Neu ddysgu sgiliau cyflogadwy? Gwna'r ddau a chyflawni mwy. Bydd yn brentis, dewis doeth. Learn new skills or learn employable skills. Do both and achieve more. Become an apprentice, a genius decision.